Hello and welcome to my dining table and yet another episode of me doing a puzzle and having a little bit of a freaking out moment. I've sorted all the puzzle pieces since you last saw it, if you saw my last video, the edge pieces, and then I have like grassy area, the mountain, the sky, the divide between the mountain and the sky, and the divide between the sky, the mountain, and the trees, and then I have the trees, and then I have water, and the flowers, and the little kind of like, that's not a mountain, I don't know what that word is, like little rock thingies, and then all the darkest pieces, and I managed to put some of them together. These are like my least favorite pieces of this puzzle because they're very, very dark. Some of them are simply just black. And it's like, oh, thank you. That was very helpful. But yeah, I'm obviously continuing to do puzzles because I enjoy it. And I'm not gonna say that it helps calm me down when I'm freaking out, but at least I enjoy it. So there is something good happening. And I need that. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Kjersti and I talk a lot. That's pretty much all I do here, I talk. So, with that out of the way, I'm freaking out again. It's about money and where I live, and that shouldn't really surprise people. It's a thing now, apparently. I never used to freak out about money. It's such a weird thing. It feels like, I don't know, I'm not used to it. I will say, I do not like it. Like, I really feel for the people that basically freak out about money all the time because they don't have it. I understand that that's an issue. I've been lucky enough not to have that issue myself before. Unfortunately, I'm unemployed at the moment. I lost my job down to downsizing. That sucked. At the same time, I felt like I was a little bit over that job. I was okay with not having that job anymore. At the same time, I really wish it had been like, my choice. And, cause I could have, yeah. I wish it would have been my choice. Unfortunately, it was not. Downsizing was nothing I could fight, for a lack of a better word. So that's what happened. And I have been, or I still am on unemployment money. So I do get some money, which is great. It's not really enough money, and it's not like my regular paycheck. It's way less. And that is gonna be a bigger issue than coming soon than what it has been. Because losing my job sucked, but in a way I was fortunate because I knew a little bit ahead of time that it was gonna happen, so I could save up a little bit of money, which is great. So I did, and it's been working great, and I've been struggling with figuring out what I want to do. I have some ideas about what I want to do, but to do them I need money and also a different place to live. So that's his own little thing. But new challenge now. The way I live, the house I live in, I own it, but I also pay rent in a way because it's not like one house like on its own. I don't know what like the English words for it is. We're basically a bunch of people that owns parts of different houses, and it's kind of a collective in a way. Not that kind of collective, but we own kind of like the property together, but it's the thingy that owns it. But I basically own the inside of my house. I learned a lot since I bought this place 10 years ago. And also, I can't believe it's been 10 years, but I've been living here for 10 years. I've been disliking living here for about 9. You'd think I'd be able to move sooner, but I haven't. But that's part of the issue now. Because I would love to move, but finding somewhere to move has been very hard. And also, the challenge of, me not having a job now means no income, no regular income. And banks like that if you want to borrow money to buy a new house. So that's a challenge. Another challenge is that without that, the bank won't lend me money, obviously. But the thing is, we have to, there are some roofs are leaking, and there are things that needs to get fixed because this place was built 40 years ago, approximately now. And yeah, it's held up decently, but something that I did not know when I bought this place, and that was done, or more correctly not done, when it was built, but it should have, was, have the building kind of up to code when it comes to fire safety and all. Yeah, it's not. So the current owners, which includes me, now have to pay to have that fixed, something that should have been, not fixed when they built it. They should have just built it when they built the whole damn thing, but that didn't happen. So we now have to pay for it. And I mean, I want the thing about fire safety and all, I want that to be okay, Don't want to risk anything. But it sucks that we, the current owners, have to pay for something that the builders of the place did not do about 40 years ago. So that sucks. Big time. Because that means we have to pay more rent. And it's not a little bit. It's not just a little bit of a raise in the rent. It's a lot. I didn't quite know what to do when I got the note, and it hasn't been decided what will be done yet. There will be a big meeting and stuff, but something has to be done. We cannot choose to not do it. So it has to be done, and it will be expensive. Really expensive. And it means that my rent, they're presenting two options. One is a little bit more expensive than the other, but pretty much they're almost the same. But things need to happen, things need to change, they have to fix this. And I understand, and I agree that it needs to get fixed. But as I said, it sucks that we current owners have to pay for something that someone should have done when they built the place. So, yeah. A little annoyed with that, I will fully admit. More than a little annoyed. Really, really annoyed, to be honest. But there is nothing we can do about it. We just have to pay. And that means that since I'm already living on my savings to pay my regular bills every month, it's gonna be a challenge in the coming time, because the rent will be hiked up. either 4,500 or 5,500 a month. So yeah, it's Norwegian kroners, not dollars. That would have bankrupted everyone. But like, that's a lot of money. That's like a lot of money. And I am one who's been, I've been good with my own money, but I've also been lucky when it comes to like work and all the things. So I've never had to struggle with money. I'm very happy about that. And now I will become one of those who struggle with money because I simply want to have enough. And I already know that. And even if I get a full-time job, I might still struggle with money. And that is just, it feels ridiculous. But like, I don't know what to do because there is nothing I can do about it. And I think that's what frustrates me a lot. There's nothing I can do. I just have to accept it and, go bankrupt or something. As I said, previously until now, I've been one of the lucky ones who's never had to struggle with money. I feel like I've always had sympathy for the people who struggle with money because it must suck. That has been my thought about it. It's like, oh my God. Some people could be better with their money, sure, but in some cases there isn't really much you can do. I mean, I'm smart enough to know that. But like, yeah, I've never been in this situation and I don't know what to do and I'm totally freaking out. It's like, even the smallest amount, like, 4,500 Norwegian kroners every single month. That's a lot of money. That's like almost twice my food budget a month. It's insane. But as I said, there's nothing, we can't choose not to do it. We have to do it. There is no way around it. And it's just like, I don't know what to do. I am like, I feel like this is a very valid panicky feeling because, what do you do? I don't know. I will be in I'm already on minus every single month when it comes to money since I currently still don't have a job. But, I took that into account and I saved up for it. I did not know that this was going to happen, so I could not save up for it. So oh my God. I have no idea how to deal with this because it's like, it's too much. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, for all the people that have either struggled with money or not had enough, if you're one of those people, do you have any tips and tricks on how to calm down? Because I know me freaking out is not really a new thing, but this is different. I feel like this is very different, and this is not something I can take lightly. I mean, it's my money. If I can't pay everything, I don't know what they would do, like kick me out or something? Force me to sell? And yeah, sure, this is not kind of like the ultimate place I would want to live, but still, I do like to live somewhere, and I do not want to have to go back to living with my parents. That would be not fun for anyone. And also, if that happened, I wouldn't be making any videos because, yeah, no. So, I don't know. It's who am I kidding? I totally know. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. That's a lot of money every month that I do not have. I already had too little, and now I have not just too little, I have way too little. So yeah, life's great. Oh God, it's like, can I catch a break now? That would be nice. I understand that life is a mixture of different challenges. I understand, I accept, but this is too much, okay? This is just too much. And no, I'm not talking about the puzzle. I don't know what to do about this. I really don't. Because it's just like, how do people deal with things like this? Like being, I wouldn't say being broke because I'm not there, but I could very easily go broke, and I've never been broke, so I don't know how to do that. How do people live like that? It's just, I understand that sometimes things don't always work out. Boy, is that an understatement. And also, like, yeah, I can't help, I mean, as I said, this is kind of like my first foray into having to panic about money in such a way. And I mean, there are people that struggle like this all the time, and I don't know what I would have done. I have no idea what I would have done if that was me. And I mean, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And especially because, like, there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to accept that my rent will all of a sudden be a lot more, because not fixing things is literally not an option. We cannot legally not fix it, so we have to fix it. So it's just it's too much. It feels like too much. And I mean, I go back to thinking that, oh my God, some people actually live like this all the time. I don't know how they do it. Like, how, at the same time, it's like maybe there's a reason people that struggle with money often seem to have, like, bad health, both physical and mentally sometimes, from my understanding at least. But, like, I understand that could be, like, it must be so damaging because you're in this state of panic all the time. This is my first time trying that, and I don't like it. I don't think anyone should have to experience that, like, ever, because it's just not okay. Really, just not okay. And the feeling of, like, kind of like helplessness, as well, I just have to accept it because there's nothing I can do about it. It just, I'm kind of rubbing myself the wrong way just by, like, yeah, and yeah, for the people out there living in such a situation all the time. To an extent, I kind of applaud you. Or them. I don't know if you're one of them. But, like, not applaud as in it's a good thing, because it's definitely not. But the fact that you're able to live in such a way, or maybe that's the problem. People that struggle with that don't really, they don't have a choice. And I don't know about you, but I really like having choices. I'm not saying that all my choices are good, or that I'm really good at making choices, but at least having a choice means just that you can't choose. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I'm stopped making sense, because I'm just so, like, it's too much. It's just, it's too much. How do people do it? And some people do it because they don't have a choice, but like, what is that doing to their health? It must be like horrible. That I don't know, but I can't help but think that it kind of must be. Not necessarily because you want it, because you probably don't, but there is just, well, that's just what it is. You ain't got no choice. And I just, that's not right. That should not be accepted by anyone, because it's not okay. And I don't know if you realize, but I've been thinking a lot about this lately. Kind of clearly, because I thought it was so good when I was sorting, and I still managed to not find all the edge pieces. Unless I screwed up. I mean, with freaking out about money on my mind, I wouldn't be surprised if I screwed up a lot. I mean, it's hard to focus when all you can think about is, shit, what do? How do I pay my bills? I won't have money enough to pay for food. Like, just, I feel like freaking out would be like kind of acceptable, except you wouldn't want to kind of have to freak out, but that's what's happening, or at least that's what's happening to me right now. If you haven't noticed, I'm freaking out, and I think you're gonna stop recording soon. Hold on. I was right, you were about to stop recording. But yeah, I am not sure what to do at the moment. And yes, I've started trying to find a job, and for a lot of it, my insides feels like they're turning when I even think about it. So, you know, that's probably not the best way, but you know, I don't have a choice, which sucks. I like having choices. I didn't realize how much I liked having choices, but I like having choices. And not having a choice, it's like not okay. It's a lot. And it totally sucks. And it just, yeah, how do people do it? Like, freaking out about money. It's, I guess you could say it's my first this type of freak out about money. And I don't like it. I don't know how people that live like this do it. in a way, I can guess. I was like, well, they don't have a choice. They just keep on going. Because you don't have a choice. You just... But as I said, I like having choices. And I wish I had done... Okay, there's a lot of things that I wish I'd done differently throughout my life. But one of them is... Not that if I could go back in time, because I don't think that would help much, because, yeah, then you would have had other problems and different problems anyway. But, like, if I had been not even smarter with my money per se, but if I had, I don't know, prepared better in a way, to an extent so that I could, what can I say? Prepared better in a way, because if I had figured out a way to have an additional income, like a little bit of a side gig, not to make like a lot of money necessarily, though sure, that would be cool, but yeah, not even to make a lot of extra money, but just that little bit, because just that little bit would have, you know, it would have helped. And I didn't. Clearly. I mean, if I had, I wouldn't be as panicky right now. Let's be honest. So just, yeah, if I had been, I hate to say if I had been smarter, because it's not really where I'm going. More like if I had, okay, maybe it is. I don't know. If I had, I really don't like the use of smarter in this case. If I had used some of my opportunities better. Yeah, that felt more right. If I had used some of my opportunities better to an extent where I would have made a little side hustle, had a little, not a big, just mostly for enjoyment, to just earn a tiny bit of extra money, not a lot, just a little bit. And when then, you know, ending up in this situation, I could have tried to scale at least some of it, and I think that would have been a great idea. It's just, it's kind of too late for that great idea, because that is, yeah, that is kind of long gone now. So I yeah. Note to self, figure out a way to have a side gig where I earn a teeny tiny bit of money. Not even a lot, just a little bit. Even just a little bit would have helped, or would help. It's just, yeah. Oh, God. A little bit, a tiny side income, like, just, yeah, not even a lot, just a little bit would have helped, you know, in this situation. Well, in this situation, anything, anything would help. But also, as I said, I cannot help but think, because in a way I'm lucky because I still have money and the rent hasn't been hiked up yet. We have a meeting next week, so it will probably be decided then whether we get to pay $4,500 or $5,500 more a month. It's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna suck, to be completely honest. But, I mean, I'm not broke yet, so I have that going for me. I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. Me, worrying about being broke and not being able to pay my rent and my mortgage and, well, anything and everything really. I've been so confident about that. Well, money is like the one thing I know about myself that I'll be just fine with. Until now. And I never thought I would get in such a position where that was a thing. Like, for real. I always thought, well, that's the one thing I never need to worry about, and here I am, freaking out. It's just... Welcome to life. It's gonna throw you curveballs you never knew existed, almost even. It just... Yeah, there's a lot of frustration right now. And panic. And also, I keep mentioning, I keep thinking about, like, there are people that have lived most of their lives with this kind of thing hanging over them, basically. And I was like, I don't even know what to say about it, because it's just so, I don't know, it's just too much in a way, but also like too much frustration and panic and too little money. It's just I never thought I would get in such a position. And I don't know, is it weird to say that? That's not to say that I'm better than others, but I've never had to even consider it, because I've always been lucky. So I never had to worry about it. And and people live like this. I think that's kind of like, I knew it. I mean, I know that people live in poverty. I mean, it's not a surprise. And no, I'm not saying that I live in poverty. But I think it kind of finally hit me in a not very pleasant way that, shit, this is, as I said, I'm not broke yet, so I kind of have an advantage there still, but like, people live like this. I don't understand how are they even like put together? I mean, I'm already a mess, and I haven't reached a state of like, oh, do I want to pay for electricity or do I want to pay for food? I don't have to worry about that yet, at least. But I mean, electricity is super expensive. But hey, it's summer, so I don't have to heat my house anymore. So, you know, there's a bright side. For now, at least. But people live like this. I mean, yeah, I think that's part of why I'm stuck on. I mean, I knew people lived like this, but I'd never felt it in any sense. I wouldn't call it ignorant, I'd just call it, I've been lucky. And now I'm feeling less lucky. Boy, does that suck. So badly. And I'm just like, and I keep trying to think, it's like, okay, so what can I do? Like, what are my choices? And then I just freak out, and then I stop thinking about choices because I'm so panicky And it's like, oh my God, is this how people not do it, basically? Is that why people get stuck? Because they get so overwhelmed and panicky and just like, I don't know. I can't deal with it to an extent. It's like, I don't know. It's I mean, I haven't tried it before. I've been very lucky that I haven't tried it before. Now I'm trying it. I don't like it. I don't wish it on anyone. Mostly. I mean, this might seem mean, but I was bullied as a kid, and there are a couple of those people, you know, I would want them to freak out a little bit too. So, but apart from those, I wouldn't want this for anyone. Because it's a lot. It's overwhelming, and I'm freaking out, and I don't know what to do. And then because I'm freaking out so much, my brain gets stuck, and like even things that might be good suggestions, it just goes right like between my hand, like right away again, because I'm so kind of focused, even though I don't want to be, but I'm so focused on freaking out because there's so much panic in it. I just, oh my God, yeah. So if anyone asks me if I'm okay right now, the answer is, no. I'm not. I'm hoping to be again, but you know, right now, no, I'm not okay. How could anyone be okay with such a thing hanging over their heads? And I repeat, people live like this. And I command them because I clearly am not okay. And I would not do well kind of living like this, but people do. And yeah. See? That's all you're getting. That's yeah. Oh my Lord. This is, yeah. That's, yeah, not okay. Not okay. And people live like this. And I keep repeating it because it's baffling to me that not more are done. And also, like, I mean, in a way you could say, well, they should just get off their ass and do something. Well, you know, when your whole brain is consumed with freaking out to the point of not being able to think, how on earth are you going to be able to do anything? You're way too occupied with panic to be able to do anything because, you know, the brain. It's the thing that you can't always control how you would want it. And it's just, yeah. It baffles me that people live like this. I mean, yes, I said, I knew that it happens. I know that it happens. But it just... And I have occasionally thought to myself about people struggling with money. It's like, well, can't they just do this? Or can't they just do that? And over the last while, I've started to realize that, no, it's not that easy. It's not that simple. And I don't think people that struggle that much with money, I don't think they want to live like that. Who on earth would want to live such a way? I mean, no. Just no. So I just, yeah, I don't know how, There's nothing I can do, and I have to accept that, but I don't like it. Okay? I don't like it. And it really frustrates me. Which is, a thing on its own. And it's just, no. And no. I don't think I'm gonna get any further in this conversation. I'm realizing that. So, if you have any cool down tips to regards to freaking out, that would be helpful. If you have any other tips about anything, leave me down in the comment section. I can use the distraction by reading comments now, okay? So just I don't know, just say something, anything down in the comment section to help me be distracted from my own brain at the moment, because it's very, very stuck on panic and I don't like it. I'm not sure how to handle it. I don't know what to do about it. It's really annoying. And it's a lot for my brain to handle because it's not used to it. Then again, I think even if you're in a sense used to panic about money, you're still not used to it because it's not a healthy way for your brain to operate. At least that's what I believe. But yeah, I just needed to share. I just needed to vent. I needed to panic a little. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. To everyone who subscribed, thank you so much. For some reason, and I mean, I've heard that, I don't remember exactly how the saying go, but like something about like if you share your troubles, they lessen in a way. And I feel that. So when I'm freaking out and talking to you guys and you come up with good ideas or answers, or even if you just say hi in the comment section, I feel better. I mean, I get to share, I get to freak out, and I get some communication, which I enjoy. And yeah, talking about it is a good thing. I really believe that. So thank you so much for letting me vent and talk about it. I really appreciate it. I don't think I'm able to convey how much I appreciate it, but I do. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a better time with your finances currently. And I hope you have a nice day. And I will see you in the next video. Probably not any less freaking out. Potentially more. Or equal amount. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!